So everyone thinks everyone fights in marriage. And I have to say that that's pretty much true. Everyone has an argument from time to time. It's true. And I'll be honest, even in my marriage, from time to time, it begins. The argument may begin, but it doesn't last long. Arguing in a marriage is not a sign of a healthy marriage. Arguing more than like once a month is a sign of a not very healthy marriage. It only actually occurs because of a lack of individual self-control. Meaning that if your spouse says something to you, then only if you react in a way that triggers them to react do you have an argument. Do you hear what I'm saying? Exactly what I'm saying is an argument can't be, for instance, let's say you're the wife, if your husband blasts you for something, and I mean goes on and on and on, and I'm exaggerating this, and you just go, no argument. There's no argument. An argument requires back and forth. You can't have just forth or back and have an argument. So what do you do? Well, there's a couple of things to do. One, if you're the one who's about to start the argument, and let's be honest, sometimes, we're not in our right mind and we say something that we know is going to tick them off. Don't. Just stop. Stop your mind. It's your mind. We're not taught these things about marriage. It's such a shame. I've been doing this since 2001. I used to be a divorce mediator when a couple of clients asked me to help them save their marriage, and I discovered this realm of marriage that is revolutionary because it works, not because it's so out there. It's actually total common sense, but it works. I've trained so many marriage counselors. In fact, if you're a marriage counselor, we have an online course for you, and it will really change your rate of success tremendously. So what happens here is that we don't utilize this treasure of a gift that we all have called free will. The free will is not so you can choose between pistachio and Rocky Road ice cream. The free will is so that when your mind starts moving in a direction that you know is not beneficial, I use these two words all the time in both my books and in my online courses, beneficial or detrimental. If your mind is already moving in a direction that is detrimental rather than beneficial, use your free will and your volition to stop your mind. Just stop. Hit the brakes. Now, your spouse may have already picked up on the vibe and start reacting. Again, don't react back. Here's what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to teach you a technique that I created. Here's the technique. I call it the buffet table technique, and it's an amazing communication technique. I use it all the time, and you'll use it all the time if you grasp it. If not, leave a comment in the comment section and we'll talk about it some more. But here's how it works. So imagine you're going to a bar mitzvah or a wedding or whatever, and there's a buffet table out there. And on that table, you have chopped liver, you have herring. The Jewish in me is coming to the fore. And you have brie, and you have fish, and you have pork chops, and you have all kinds of things. You don't just eat it all, right? You pick what you want, unless you're this huge person who doesn't care and you just stuff everything in your mouth. But most people, and you too, you should just pick what you want and you savor that. Now, when you enter into a conversation with your spouse, and actually you could do this with anyone, everyone, when they're communicating with you, is, let's just say, they're not focused. And they'll put many things on this table. Think of it as a table. And what they're doing is when they come out with these topics, There's topic A, topic B, C, D. They're all on the table. And you're holding back. You're not saying a word until you see the delicacy on that top of the table that you want to discuss. And how do you know it's a delicacy? Because you can make it into a very positive conversational piece. And it could be that your spouse didn't want that to happen. They wanted to fight with you over something. But you're not going there. You're going to pick the one topic that you know you could turn into something really cool and fun and maybe a little humorous, maybe flattering to them, but positive communication, which is a big part of my books and online courses, is learning how to communicate properly. So this technique is vital. So you pick that one topic, you try it one time and you'll be sold. You pick that one topic and you ignore all the rest, and it could have nothing to do with what their intention was. But what is happening now is, because of the way human nature is, you're going to pick that topic, you're going to run with it, and they're going to be running with you, and goodbye potential argument. It's so cool. It really is. All right, I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. Do me a favor, like the video, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel. It's very important to us. And leave a comment if you wish. And God bless you, and I'm so glad you stopped by. Hi, I'm Paul Friedman, founder of the Marriage Foundation. Been saving marriages since 2001. Now, what can we say about not giving up and not settling? These are two big deals that for your marriage, these are vital concepts. And they boil down to two things that we offer you. One are the books that we have. I have Lessons for a Happy Marriage, which is the first book that I wrote, and Breaking the Cycle. They're both great. Flip a coin as to which one you want. That's for not settling. Those books lay out for you exactly what marriage is all about. The guidelines, the intricacies, delves into communication, all the things about marriage that you need to know. And if your marriage is doing fine, but you just have this little problem here, this little problem there, but it's basically doing fine, don't settle. I promise you this, when you read one of these books, you're going to learn more about marriage than you even knew you didn't know, and it's going to change everything for the better. You will be so grateful that you took my advice and got one of those books. Now, the Don't Give Up. When I began, I was structuring, compiling all the marriage help that people need in order to save their marriage. I was a divorce mediator until 2001, and so I was fortunate that I was accessing a support group for those who were going to get a divorce called Second Saturday in San Diego, California. And so I was able to pull out of those sessions individuals, after I told them that I could help them save their marriage, who were beyond on the verge of getting a divorce. I'm going to say 95 to 98% of the people for whom I got a divorce shouldn't have, didn't need to, had they known what I now know. I took all of that knowledge and I put it into comprehensive courses, one for men and one for women. These courses, your course based on your gender, will bring you from the depth of the swamp that you find yourself in, out of that, into the light, and help you achieve a marriage you never even dreamed possible. That's a promise. Now, what if you're not even married? What if you're going to get married and you're just looking around for marriage advice? In that case, and I actually created this for some friends, we have a premarital course, which is amazing. You'll never have a problem in your marriage. Well, like nobody ever has a problem, but you won't have any killer problems. You'll know how to be married to get the most out of your marriage. What if you're only dating? Then I have a course for you too. This one I actually created for my son, and it is a step-by-step process for you to attract your soulmate, and in the right way. I'm so glad that you found us. Please take advantage of that which we have to offer. We are here to serve you. I'm Paul Friedman. God bless you, and take care.